Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome back to the Hangin' With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. Remember, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. We want you to come back over and over again. Check out some amazing artists, creators, authors, all entertainers. You name it, we've got it on the Hangin' With Web Show. We are here at the 3rd annual Book Obsessed Babes author signing event. That's Bo-Base Jacksonville, hosted by Tyra Wiles. And we're here hanging with Summer Storm, the author of The Healing. Summer, thanks for hanging with us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Summer, we understand this is your inaugural novel.
It is. It's my first book, and this is my first book signing. So it's awesome.
Welcome to the creative
Thank
community.
you.
I'm going to take a look at this real quick.
Yeah,
okay,
sure,
so
go ahead.
I just want to show the World Wide Web, this is Summer's inaugural novel.
Yep.
At weighing in, like a boxer, okay, weighing in at 494,
yep.
No, I'm wrong, 495 pages. Okay,
yeah.
She's not playing.
No.
She's here to stay, folks. If I was a sports announcer, I'd tell you, watch this one. This is a comer, all right? So, let's leave us the book blurb. Tell us a little bit about The Healing.
So, The Healing is the first book in a series of 4. The whole series is called The Enigmas. This is the first book in it about my lead male character's name is Kayan. He is one of 4 brothers that the books are going to be. The series is about 4 brothers. They're quadruplets, and they're each a different race. Kayan, who the first book is about, he is a werewolf. Quinlan, who my second book, which will be out in a couple months, cross my fingers, is about Quinlan. He's a druid. And then the other 2 brothers, Tynan is a vampire, and their brother Owen is a shapeshifter. So so each of them is going to have their individual book, but the overarching plot of the series is basically a good versus evil thing. So these 2 guys are the good guys. So that's, yeah, so the first book is about Kayan, so it's a kind of a love triangle thing. He finds out that his half-brother is in love with the same woman he's in love with. So, so yeah, so that's kind of, that kind of heads the plot.
What drew you into writing this type of novel?
Actually, so I had the story that was roaming around in my head, and my daughter was attempting to write, and she was sending me like things to look at for her. And so one day I was telling her about the story, and she just said, "Mom, put the damn story down on paper." So
we have to,
that's what started
as
it all.
As an artist, we have to thank our kids, because
Boy, you're not kidding.
Sometimes our kids are the ones that look at you and they go, "You know what? Why aren't you doing this?"
Yes.
It was my kids that told, "Dad, put your stuff on YouTube, interview people on YouTube."
I know.
My first book, I had half a story here and half a story here written for years on my computer, on DOS. Don't laugh. Some of you are old enough to know what that is.
Yes.
And get it out there, there. And so it really is amazing. So how long have you been interested in writing?
I have to say I really hadn't considered it until my daughter just gave me that push and said, "Mom,
do it.
Just stop talking about it."
That's right.
You just need to do it.
You are never, ever too old to start.
Yeah.
If you've got it in you to be a creator and a storyteller, whether you've been staring at those paints forever, whether you've been looking at comics thinking I could do a better job than that, whether you've to be a writer, you're never too old, and it's never too late to take that creativity and do something with it. The motto on the show is create, aspire, and inspire.
Yep.
We want to inspire you out there on the web.
Yeah.
And we want all of our creators to be creative and to aspire to great things. This is amazing. Congratulations on getting it out here. We're glad that you got it here. We know at least one person today.
Well, yes.
Came
I sold
by
my
the
first
table.
one today.
We're in a room
Awesome.
we're in a room with 100 authors.
Yeah.
And she got somebody to stop at her table,
Yep.
talk to her, buy her book, take it home.
Yes.
And she's got more. She's ready to sell more books.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be an amazing day, but it's also it's at the beginning of an amazing journey, and we're glad you're here with us.
Thanks.
We got to tell people about the book. We got to tell them a little bit about you.
Yep.
This is the part of the show we like to call clickbait.
Okay.
And we call it that because it's one of those things where all over the internet there are these big, phenomenal headlines that draw you in so you'll read stories, right? So what we do is I send the girls out to the World Wide Web to gather up the most ridiculous questions they can find.
Oh my God.
And then your real life answers, we're hoping, give us the clickbait so we can hit 1 million viewers.
Okay.
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 Now,
Why am I feeling really uncomfortable right now?
No. We ease you into this.
Okay.
We ease you into this. We start with a little personality question. All right?
Yep.
If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Red.
Red. And why?
It's just, to me, red is outgoing.
It's
You know,
bright,
you just don't let anybody tell you what to do. You just go forward and do.
That's right.
So red is it for me.
It is. That's a fantastic, awesome color. I think that might be our first red too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely red.
Okay, so you know, our favorite color tells the people a little bit about us.
Yeah.
Our books tell people a little bit about us. But you know, those things that really get inside and make you happy tell us a little bit too. So what cheers you up when you're kind of way down there? When it's one of those days and you're like, I just can't write today. I just can't do nothing. What cheers you up?
Talking to my daughter.
Talking to your daughter.
Yep.
Amen,
I pick up
sister.
the phone and I say,
if you're on the
honey.
World Wide Web, gentlemen, I will tell you right now, boys, call home because that cheers me up too. I love talking to my kids.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Robert, Alex, Briar, Dylan, Steven, guys, call Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're Summer's daughter, call her.
Yeah.
And she'll feel better.
Yeah.
And we'll write some books.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yep. And please don't tell my husband I said my daughter over him. So.
I'm in more trouble.
Yeah.
In any case, so you know, what makes us laugh says more about us.
Yep.
What's the last thing you saw out on social media, cruising, checking on the kids, everything else? What's the last thing you saw that made you stop and laugh out loud?
Truthfully, the last thing, one of the other authors here, she has this mug that has this very inappropriate saying on it. So
I think we saw that mug. I'll spin it up on the back. I think there was one of the baskets out here had a similar mug.
It's that mug in the basket.
Okay. So
I'm looking at this
we'll spin that up so you guys can see that. Okay.
So
writers.
that was it. I'm just like, oh my God, this is.
We're writers. We have to write when it comes to us.
Yeah.
If you wait till later, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know, the muse is a fickle creature.
Yeah.
She comes in and she speaks to you when she wants to, and then she goes away.
Yep. Very
so
true.
you're up all hours of the night. You're writing.
Yep.
Best midnight snack.
Best midnight snack. Oh,
Gotta have
please.
that midnight go fuel to keep you writing, keep those creative juices flowing.
Okay, so I'm going to admit this.
You heard it here first, YouTube.
Yeah, I go to bed really early.
Okay. Okay.
So there's no midnight snack,
There's
guys.
no midnight
I'm sorry,
snack.
but there's no midnight
when you
snack.
have your midnight snack, she's in bed.
Yeah.
Getting ready to write tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, we are in Florida, sunny Florida, where we love our Mickey because he's Mickey.
Yeah.
Favorite Disney prince or princess? One or the other. It could be either one. Or it can be a couple. We'll even make it a couple because they couple up a lot.
You know, truthfully, I don't know how to answer that because my favorite Disney thing, Disney, is The Lion King. So it's not really.
Why doesn't Simba get a?
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. Simba.
Look, we are at Bo
Stop
Base.
with the prince and princesses.
We're at Bo
Not into
Base,
that.
Jacksonville.
Give me Simba.
We're surrounded by romance and erotica writers of all kinds. So we're going to just say it.
Yeah.
Me and Summer are going to tell you. Disney,
Yep.
Simba needs to get a little.
Simba needs, yes. Simba
Simba needs
come on,
to
guys.
get a little,
Okay.
guys. Give him a break.
Give him
All
a break.
right.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be next? Where are you going from here? What's your second sign?
So I'm going to be at the Indie Romance Convention in October, and guys, I can't tell you what the date is because I don't remember. But it's in
the
Tennessee.
Indie Romance Convention in Tennessee.
It's in Tennessee.
We're going to go ahead and look that up with the link down below, okay? So that way people can find you. They can get out there. They can find your book, get it signed.
Yep.
All right, and get that done. I'm getting the shut up card.
Oh, get the show.
So I'm going to listen for once and say our very sincere thank you to
Thank you.
Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, Famous Faces and Funnies, the Florida Book News, and of course our great friends at Some Unique Magazines. And of course, thank you so much to Bo Base Jacksonville, Tyra Wiles for having us in here to talk to these fantastic authors. I'm GW Pomichter. We've been hanging with Summer Storm, the author of Healing. Thank you so much, Summer, for hanging with us.
Thank you
Remember,
so much.
folks out on the web, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.